Hey, welcome back. With spring break and summer travel just around the corner, it is time to start making some plans.
Yes, and we have Taylor Hartzell, also known as the Hip Travel Mama, joining us to share some tips and tricks, which I always love, to make those plans happen this year. Thank you so much for being here.
You bet. So excited to talk about travel today.
Oh, yeah. It gets me excited. So what's the first thing you need to do if you want to plan a trip?
Well, I always start with airfare. I don't know about you ladies, but like airfare is the most critical piece because it's the one that has the most complexity, can also be the most expensive. So I have a few tips in terms of like searching for airfares to get you started.
Yes, please.
Okay, so the first thing is to start with flexible calendar dates. So when you search either Google Flights or Expedia or Hopper, you can click that little search flexible dates and kind of see what days have the best flight prices. So that's the first tip. One-way fares is also a good way to save on airfare, so check if a round trip seems expensive. Look at a one-way fare into that airport and a one-way back. Add those up, see if it's a lower price.
Interesting.
So like a little mix and match airline.
A little mix and match, yeah. And don't forget those companion fares for your credit card and miles. That can save us. I'll tell you a little bit about our spring break last minute booking and how we did that. It's definitely a way to save money. And flying on days like Tuesday, Wednesday, midweek are going to save you money as well.
Oh, good. Always a good option. Yeah. So I do want to talk about those spring break or even summer trips. I mean, is it too late to be booking that spring trip?
I would say, well, I'm a very bad last minute planner. So I actually booked our last minute trip to Hawaii during spring break in March, which is crazy, but I did it with one-way fares, companion fare, and miles. So I would say get booking now if you can, and look at those alternate airports to get things going. For spring break, all-inclusives are a good match. I know you were looking at maybe Cabo, so if you wanted to go to Cabo, I found an all-inclusive Pueblo Bonito in Cabo.
Ooh, I love it.
It's $438 a night, and it's all-inclusive, which sounds a little pricey, but if you think about 3 meals a day and you have a 3-year-old.
Yes, I do.
So eating at the resort is probably what you want to do anyway. You can do that for under about $3 grand for a family of 3, and still, you know, and airfares might be a little pricier, but you can definitely get those down with miles.
That's awesome.
What about like a bucket list summer trip? Because to me that still seems really far in advance. I also do the last minute booking thing too. So to me, I'm like, I've still got time for summer.
Yes.
Any tips?
I would definitely say this summer is going to be just as busy as last summer. Hearing a lot of, you know, demand pent up, especially for Europe. And I know you wanted to go to Lisbon.
I really, really want to go there.
Okay, so I think May or September, if you have flexibility, could be the best prices. I saw airfares around $1,000, which seems like a lot, but not for going to Europe. 1,500 plus during the summer.
Oh my gosh,
but once you get to Lisbon, it's actually a lot less expensive, eating, staying, and if you combine it with a trip to Spain, you can hit 2 countries with one.
Hey, I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important part is making sure that your passports are 6 months past your travel date. Don't have them expire anytime before that. You won't be able to get on the airplane. So super important.
Really? Oh, so that's a good tip.
Check your passports for sure. And then plan for layovers. So I worked with, for our last minute Italy trip in early September last year, I worked with Departure Lounge, which is a travel agent. So I'm not an expert in every destination, and I got a headache thinking about all the transfers and trains and all that stuff. So I used them to book the trip, and then I booked some Airbnbs here and there and the airfare. A 3-hour layover minimum in Europe airports is really critical. And book that departure, like you'd book those, pre-book those airport lounges, because then you could take a shower or a nap, have a little kid to downtime at your airport.
That's a really good tip, because I am traveling overseas in April, and the layovers I was seeing were just for an hour, and I was like, what if you miss the flight?
Absolutely. And last summer, I don't know if you saw, but there was a ton of cancellations in big airports like Heathrow and in Paris and Amsterdam. So trying to avoid some of those busy cities for your connection and making sure you have at least 3 hours in between your flights will help that.
You're such a pro. I heard you have some kind of vacation planner that helps people out.
I do. So I have chicken scratched a bunch of like airfares and miles and everything on pieces of paper forever. And so I thought, well, why don't I just create like a little PDF printable download that people can use, where you can track your airfare, look at your accommodation, see how many miles, and then put it all into an itinerary for your family. And it's a great way to plan your whole 2023 travel as well.
Yeah, and it looks like people can scan the QR code on their screen. Will that take them to?
It will, yeah.
Beautiful.
Just, put your email name in, and you'll get a free downloadable in your inbox.
Awesome. Yeah. So while you know, you at home are pulling out your phone right now, I definitely want to talk about wanting your kid to be a good traveler, because like you said, I have a 3-year-old and it's so important to me, but I know it's a hot topic, especially with like some child-free folks really getting upset when they see little kids in airplanes.
I would say you do you. I was always a big, we started traveling with my youngest daughter when she was 6 months old. Right. I won't say it's not easy, right? You've done it. But just, pack your patience. I always, there's been a lot of folks over the years that say, hey, bring little treats for the people that are around you, like little chocolates or something to say thank you, or buy them a drink. But I think their road, by the time mine are now 19 and 14, and they are road warriors now, and they are great on planes, and they are easy to travel with, and just
beautiful.
Keep it up.
That's awesome.
Keep trying.
Yes. What do you think some of the big destinations are going to be this year?
Well, I know Greece is a big hot one. You're going to Greece this year. We've heard a lot of Europe destinations. Lisbon actually is on the up and coming for one of the Europe destinations. Yeah, we are looking. I know cruising is getting a comeback now.
Yeah.
Really good all-inclusive options. So, it really just depends on what your travel style is, and that's what's the fun part about doing this stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so many good tips today.
Yeah, very exciting. And you blog about your experiences as well.
I do. Yeah, I've had a blog for the last 15 years since my younger daughter was born. Hip Travel Mama. And we blog and travel, and my passion is really just to help other people have those experiences too, because I know my kids are growing up fast and those time is precious, and so getting out to explore the world and have those experiences is really important.
And I know so many people, I can't fault people for it. They choose to stay home when the kids are young because it is hard, but I also would love to push against that and say you can adventure.
I've made a whole life out of my career and my work with traveling with our kids, and it's the best thing we've ever done.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah.
All right. We have put a link for more information up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. You can get it all there.
We'll
see you next time. Come back with some more tips.